He was an all-star, played 13 seasons. His Big 3 team is one of the favorites to win it. It debuts Friday again this year. All games live on FS1. We bring in our friend, the all-star, Baron Davis in the herd, who, for the record, went to Santa Monica, high school in Santa Monica, college ball at UCLA. You grew up a Laker fan, right?
Yes, sir.
That was your team.
Yes, sir.
And yet, you end up playing for the Clippers, even when you were...
Lord working mysterious ways, don't it?
Even when you were in the association and you were in Staples.
Yeah.
And you were a Clipper, but your heart was, there was still a little Laker love?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was all Laker love. I wanted to sneak in the locker room and put on a Laker jersey. Damn, like what they got over there? What they drink?
I understand it.
I mean,
you like what
Lakers,
you like.
Man. It's the Lakers. It's the Lakers,
So
you know?
when I hear Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, how do basketball players in the league, and I'm talking not just L.A. guys, but Baron, there's always been this gravitational pull to the Lakers, even among players. It's just, is it cool? What is it?
Championships. The Lakers win championships. So, there's only a few organizations that are really going to, put themselves forward. Golden State in this new era being one of the newer teams, but, the old school, the classic teams are always going to put themselves in a position to win championships. So even though the Lakers are down right now, they have the best opportunity, right? Because that's all they know. So you want to go to a team that is rooted and based in winning championships.
So the Clippers had talent when you were there, but they had lost for so long. Was that an obstacle, just psychologically?
I would say we got talent when we drafted Blake and DeAndre.
Right.
Up until then, we didn't really have any talent, and it's a huge difference, right? It's a huge difference when the owner is a loser and has a losing mentality and could care less, right? And treats the product like it's nothing to be respected. Then you don't even know what winning feels like, tastes like, because everything is kind of bitter.
Yeah, the Clippers had a history before the current regime of being cheap. Like the Lakers did things like.
Yeah, when you look at Dr. Buss, you don't even. I think it's disrespectful to even, mention a Dr. Buss, in the same category with, a Donald Sterling when it comes to basketball and ownership and, just the way you treat an organization or you build a brand, right? Mm-hmm. I think the Clippers brand was built by default. I think Steve Ballmer has come in and, really tried to uplift the ghost and the spirit and the negativity as well as Doc Rivers. And they've done a good job of bringing, the Clippers into this modern era, right, as a team that, could potentially be there and have a chance to get into the finals. But, all in all, Dr. Buss was about winning. He was winning. He was about the city. He was about the community, like the Lakers. If you grew up in L.A., you are a Laker. You're a Laker, you're a Dodger, you're a Raider or a Ram. That's it.
Yeah. When you LeBron has surprised us with his moves. I didn't know he was going to Miami. I didn't know he was going back to Cleveland. Like, he surprises us. This is the first time where we're getting these little leaks that he could be going to L.A. What are your people telling you? What are your buddies? What do they think? I
mean, everybody having the same debate. I think, with LeBron, everybody's going to play the guessing game until we figure out what he's going to do. He has the opportunity to stay in Cleveland and, bring in the right people. When you look at what they have and what and the guys who are going to be free agents and what they can maneuver with their pick. And they could probably get some guys in Cleveland, or he could leave. There's rumors everywhere. Houston, L.A. Now today we hear New York Knicks. Philly is one. When you're talking about the best player in the game, I think there's every team, right? If I'm the Brooklyn Nets or the Phoenix Suns, you best believe I'm about to put out a press release saying LeBron is coming here. Right? Because it's the best player in the world.
Now, Kawhi Leonard's an interesting case study. I'm a big believer that very rarely does a pro athlete have leverage. And Kawhi Leonard now does, and he seized it. He said Friday, somebody in his camp put the news out, I want to be a Laker. Well, it kind of traps a team. And I'm actually for this. I'm nothing against San Antonio. But Aaron Rodgers is trapped, and he's the best football player on the planet.
Right.
Is that when an NBA player does get that little tiny window,
you got to do it.
You got to do it, right?
Yeah, you have to do it, because if you don't take advantage or seize the moment and have control of your fate, then you're going to look up and the season's going to start and you're going to get traded somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah.
So,
did you ever get traded somewhere you literally didn't, Baron, want to be?
Yeah, everywhere I got traded. I didn't want to be.
Really?
When I got traded to Golden State, I didn't want to go to Golden State, but at that time it was just like, I'll go anywhere. I just wanted to get out of New Orleans. And then I can't remember. I got traded with the Clippers, I think. Yeah. I didn't want to get traded to Cleveland, but I felt like, it was some other other things with that, because they gave away the number 1 pick that year, and it was just like, why would you do that?
Right.
So it was more so like vindictive, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to get traded at all.
So what Kawhi is basically saying, and I totally back him on this, is, man, this may be the last time in my life. Look, I'm a sportscaster. I've been able to largely dictate everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
And I can work until I'm 90. My window of employment's 50 years. A player's got 13 years, 12 years, and 1 year you may get leverage. So when fans balk at players doing this, a player's entire career, he may get a month to 2 that he has leverage. Use the hell out of it. And I love what Kawhi did.
Yeah, you just got to respect it. That man knows where he wants to be, where he wants to spend his future. People can say whatever they want to say, but you don't know how he feels when he plays for the San Antonio Spurs. Or if he feels that, my time is done, I'm ready to move on and become, the Kawhi Leonard that's not defined by San Antonio and the San Antonio system. So I don't knock Kawhi at all. I think he's a great player. I think he's going to be a game changer, whoever he goes to. It'd be great if he went to the Lakers, so you can see the Lakers dynasty start to rebuild, and he's the perfect, pillar and the anchor that anybody in the league, any and everybody in the league, when you say Kawhi Leonard, outside of LeBron James, they're going to want to play with him.
Baron Davis joining us, his Big 3 team. Who's on your team? It's Drew Gooden.
DeMar Johnson, Jason Maxey.
Yeah, you have a chance to win it. Yeah. So Lonzo Ball early last week, dropped a diss track. And I said on the air, I ain't going to play well. Magic's not going to like that stuff because you just shot 45% in free throws. You were hurt all year, and you're trying to recruit LeBron, and now you're doing diss track stuff. And LeBron don't like playing with kids. If you were running the Lakers and LeBron came here, would you move off Lonzo?
No. No. Lonzo is a good player. And I think Lonzo is the type of player that a player like LeBron would love to play with. So
why?
Because he passed the ball. He has great instincts. He's a really good player. He's efficient, right? And the things that he's not, the things that he's inefficient in, he makes up. So they say he's not a great shooter, but he will make shots. I just trust the kid, and I think that he's going to be a heady point guard. And with somebody like a LeBron James, imagine him getting the outlet, kicking it up to LeBron, and LeBron not having to basically make all the plays. You got a young point guard who's athletic, who can make plays, who obviously make his teammates better. There are some distractions, but I think that when you get somebody like a LeBron and Kawhi Leonard, then the stakes are higher, and everybody has to get a little bit more serious.
We got about a minute and a half left. You're Paul George. You can go to OKC and get one more guaranteed year of income, or go to LA where your mom wants you to go and your wife wants you to go. You get one less year of guaranteed money, but it is LA. Where would you go?
It's tough. Really depend on what he want to do. I think he has a good situation in OKC. Him and Westbrook make a great 1-2 combo.
Westbrook's hard, man.
And I think for the first year, they actually did a really good job of playing off each other 1-2. And, if that develops, that could be something very scary with the right pieces around those two. And then you look at, L.A. Obviously, L.A. is super attractive, very attractive. And, Paul George being from here, it would be great for him. It'd be great to see him in a Laker jersey.
By the way, how much power would a mom and a wife have? If you were on the fence on something, wife, mom are, Baron, we want you to go here. How much say do they have? 30 seconds. How much say?
It's your family. So, when you're making decisions, you just don't make decisions for yourself. You make decisions for your family, too. And you allow your family to weigh in and you honor their opinion. And so a lot of the things that they may say to you are not the things that you're thinking about from a basketball perspective, but more from a life and a living perspective. So, moms, wife, all that, kids, all that weigh into the factor. And I think they have a lot of say-so because that's where your happiness is going to lie outside of this game, whether you get injured, whether you score 20 a game or 13 or not have a great year or a bad year. It's having that family situation that is going to be comfortable and that they want to be there, that's going to help you.
Baron Davis.